भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमः भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। कृष्ण स्वधामुपगति धर्म ज्ञानादिभिः सह कलौ नष्टदृशामेष पुराण अर्कधुना उदितः। श्रीमद् भागवतम से रीडिंग फ्रॉम श्रीमद् भागवतम 8th canto chapter 12 Mohini Murti bewilders Lord Shiva. Text 7. Tvam brahma purnam amritam vigunam visokam anandamatram avikaram ananyat anyat विश्वस्य हेतुरुदय स्थिति संयमानाम् आत्मेश्वरश्च तत् उपख्यतया अनपेक्ष्यः। Word meaning. Tom, your lordship. Brahma, the all-pervading absolute truth. Purnam, fully complete. Amritam, never to be vanquished. Vigunam, spiritually situated, free from the material modes of nature. Viswakam, without lamentation. Anandamatram, always in transcendental bliss. Abhikaram, changeless. Ananyat, separated from everything. Anyat, yet you are everything. Vishwasya, of the cosmic manifestation. Hetuhu, the cause. Udaya, of the beginning. Sthiti, maintenance. Samyamana, and of all the directors controlling the various departments of the cosmic manifestation. Atma Ishvaraha, the supersoul giving directions to everyone. Cha, also. Tat apekhyataya, everyone depends upon you. Anapekhyah, always fully independent. Translation and purport by Divine Grace अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Translation. My Lord, you are the Supreme Brahman, complete in everything. Being completely spiritual, you are eternal, free from the material modes of nature, and full of transcendental bliss. Indeed, for you there is no question of lamentation. Since you are the supreme cause, the cause of all causes, nothing can exist without you. Yet, we are different from you in a relationship of cause and effect. For in one sense, the cause and effect are different. You are the original cause of creation, manifestation, and annihilation. And you bestow benedictions upon all living entities. Everyone depends upon you for the results of his activities, but you are always independent. Purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead says in Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 4th verse, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina matsthani sarvabhutani na chaham tesu avasthitah. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. This explains the philosophy of simultaneous oneness and difference, known as the Achintya Bheda Bheda. Everything is Supreme Brahman. The personality of Godhead, yet the Supreme Person is differently situated from everything. Indeed, because the Lord is differently situated from everything material, He is the Supreme Brahman, the Supreme Cause, the Supreme Controller, Ishvaraha Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. The Lord is the Supreme Cause, and His form has nothing to do with the material modes of nature. The devotee prays, as your devotee is completely free from all desires, your Lordship is also completely free from desires. You are fully independent. Although all living entities engage in your service, you do not depend upon the service of anyone. Although this material world is created complete by you, everything depends on your sanction. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Matah Smritir Jnanam Apohanam Cha. Remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness come from you. Nothing can be done independently, yet you act independently of the service rendered by your servants. The living entities depend on your mercy for liberation, but when you want to give them liberation, you do not depend on anyone else. Indeed, by your causeless mercy, you can give liberation to anyone. Those who receive your mercy are called Kripasiddha. Reach the platform of perfection takes many lives. Bahunam janmanamante jnanavanam mam prapadyate. Nevertheless, even without undergoing severe austerities, one can attain perfection by your mercy. Devotional service should be unmotivated and free from impediments. Ahetuki apratihata yajatmasu prasidati. This is the position of nirashisha, or freedom from expectations for results. A pure devotee continuously offers transcendental loving service to you, but you may nonetheless offer mercy to anyone without depending on his service. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanaatimirandhasya Jnananjana Sailakaya Chakhyurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurubhe Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Sopadantikam Vande Aham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnambhamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam सहगण रघुनाथानितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पदान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखानितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नम महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतिशै नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। त्वं ब्रह्म पूर्णम् अमृतं विगुणं विशोकम् आनन्दमात्रम् अविकारम् अनन्यदन्यत् विश्वस्य हेतुरुदयस्थितिसंयमानम् आत्मेश्वरश्च तत् उपेक्ष्यतया अनपेक्ष्यः। My Lord, you are the Supreme Brahman, complete in everything. Being completely spiritual, you are eternal, free from the material modes of nature, and full of transcendental bliss. Indeed, for you there is no question of lamentation. Since you are the supreme cause, the cause of all causes, nothing can exist without you. Yet, we are different from you in a relationship of cause and effect. For in one sense, the cause and effect are different. You are the original cause of creation, manifestation and annihilation, and you bestow benedictions upon all living entities. Everyone depends upon you for the results of his activities, but you are always independent. So here is in this episode of the churning the milk ocean, we see there are 3 incarnations appeared. The sages of Naimisaranya, they ask 6 principal questions. The whole Bhagavatam is dealing with these 6 questions of the sages of Naimisaranya. One of these questions is they were so much eager to hear about different incarnations and pastimes of the Lords. So we see here 3 incarnations out of 24 incarnations, principal incarnations described in Srimad Bhagavatam. 3 incarnations is mentioned in this episode of churning milk of ocean. There is a Kurma who is giving shelter to the Mandara Parvat, sitting and just staying on the back of the Kurma avatar. And on top of this Mandara Parvat, who is used as the churning rod for churning the milk ocean, top of the rod was sitting. Who was sitting? Top of the mountain? Ajita. Then again, when the essence of this churning the milk ocean, the nectar appeared, Dhanvantari appeared with this nectar and pot. Then again problem. created by the demons. They snatched the nectarian part, then just ran away. So that's why, to give protection to the demigods, those who are the devotee of the Lord. So Lord appeared in his another incarnation as Mohini, to bewilder the demons. And so seeing that Mohini Murti, the Lord appeared as a woman, extremely beautiful woman. So the demons get bewildered, and Lord easily distributed the nectar among the demigods. But when Lord Shiva, he heard about this incident, how the Supreme Lord appeared as a woman. He never heard about this, that there is not any such incident that Lord himself appeared as a woman. He is the Adi Purusha. He is known as Adi Purusha. Ishwaraha Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. She was surprised how it is possible. The Supreme Lord appeared as a woman. He is the Adi Purusha. He is the original Purusha, means enjoyer. So he got interested. He was very eager to see that particular form of the Supreme Lord as incarnate as a woman, as Mohini Murti. So that's why Lord Shiva, he left his Kailas, the residential quarter in Kailas. He left his place and he come to place where the Supreme Lord was that time. So in order to please the Supreme Lord, he first paid his obeisance and started praying to the Supreme Lord, who is known as Uttama Sloka. Always the different sages, demigods, including Brahma and Shiva, they always pray the Supreme Lord with selected verses. The Uttama Sloka, the Uttama Sloka Charita, the Bhagavatam is also full of the Uttama Sloka Charita, about the birth, activities and pastimes of the Supreme Lord. So that's why, to please the Supreme Lord, if you want to go to somewhere and you want to achieve something from that person and to get something, then you have to glorify him. The Shiva, being a Mahajan, he is also showing this path. He started praying to the Supreme Lord. Started from the 4th verse. This prayer started by Supreme and by Lord Shiva, and in this particular verse is glorifying the Supreme Lord. In previous verse he talked about little about the devotees of the Supreme Lord, how they act, and why then a pure devotee or great saintly persons who desires to achieve the highest goal in life and who are completely free from all material desires for sense gratification, engage constantly in the transcendental service of your lotus feet. So then Lord Shiva, in this particular verse, glorify the Lord. Why everyone is under the shelter of the Supreme Lord? Why they take shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord? So he is telling, O Lord, O my Lord, you are Supreme Brahman, Tvam Brahma. Lord, you are the Supreme Brahman. The Mayavadis, they also told, Aham Brahmasmi. We are also all Brahmasmi. We are all Brahman. Yes. And they told, Eka Brahma Ditya Nasti. Only one Brahman. But they did not know about the Param Brahma. There is Brahma, there is also Param Brahma. Nitya Nityanam, Chetanas Chetananam, Eka Bahunam ja vidadate Kaman. The Supreme Lord is Nitya, and is the part and parcel of his expansion, these Vivirnangs of the Jivas, they are also known as Brahman. But there is also Chaitanya, there is also spirit, souls. But still, Lord is maintaining everyone. All the desires of all other living entities are fulfilled by the Supreme Lord. Eka bahunam ja vidadhate Raman. He is that person who fulfills all the desires of all other living entities or the spirit souls. That's why he is known as Param Brahma. He is not only just Brahma, he is also known as cause of all other living entities. They are all Mamai Vangsa Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Krishna told in 15th chapter 7th verse. They are all living entities, they are expansion of my, and they are all the part and parcels of the Lord. So, in this way, we can understand how here is Lord Shiva is telling Brahma, Tom Brahma, you are Supreme Brahman. Because so many words here. To explain one, it will be so much, and it will take so much time. So it will be very quick. So Brahma, Tom Brahma, you are the, Prabhupada translated, my Lord, you are the Supreme Brahman. There may be their spirit souls, but you are the Supreme Spirit. And you is that personality who fulfills the desires of everyone. Then he is telling, you are Purnam. You are always Purna. All other incarnations, they come from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But still, he is Purnam. He is always complete. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. This is Upanishad telling that how Lord is always Purna. In spiritual world, the principle is 1 plus 1 is equal to 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 1. Lord is always Purna. This material principle not work in the spiritual realm. Spiritual. This is different. So Lord is always Purnam. Purnasya Purnamadaya. Purnameva Vasishyate. He is always complete. Just like we see in Govardhan pastimes how the Brajavasis, they offered so much prasadam. So much prasadam. Rice, dal, sabji, different sweets. Chapter 56 or more items. This food was meant for maybe lakhs of peoples. Cannot finish the prasad. But Krishna appeared as Giriraj, a huge form. Just in 2 hands he started eating everything. Eat everything. Did not left anything. Then he told, still cry. Bring more, ani or, bring more. So Prabhupada is telling, where can you bring more? Whatever we have already given to you. So finally told, okay. Then within a second again they saw all the pots are, they saw everything was empty, and they saw again all the pots are full. So this Mayavadi, the atheists, they cannot understand how Lord eat and still it remain full. Because he is Purnam. We are offering prasad here to deity every day, but still it is full. And also Madhavendra Puri is also offered to the Giriraj, also same prasadam. Everyone saw Giriraj ate everything. All the pots are remaining. Then again it also full. So generally materialists, they think that if you in this material world, if you have 100 rupees, you give someone as 25 rupees, then how many will remain? 75. It will reduce. But in case of the Supreme Lord, it's not. Or in spiritual living, not like that. So he is always Purna. He is complete in all respect. In other way, we can also tell he is Purna in 6 opulences. Aisharyasya, Samagrasya, Virjasya, Jasasa, Sriya, Jnana, Vairagyam, Charna iti Bhavagana. Because he is Bhagavan. All the 6 opulences inherited by him in complete, into the stage of full extent. That's why he is also Purnam. He is Purna. All other, any one person may be the particular, maybe have little opulence in only 1 or 2 or 3, but Lord is full with 6 opulences. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is most opulent personality. He is in strength, no one can compete with him, neither in beauty. Aisarjasya, Jasasya, Sriya, Jnana, in knowledge, he is the source of all knowledge. Veda isya sarvair ahamaiva vedyo vedanta krit veda videva chaham. So, he is the source of all knowledge. Vedas, they are come from him. Veda means knowledge. So, in this way, Jnana, then he is also most detached personality, and he is also the topmost enjoyer. In this way, you can see, in every aspect he is Purnam. So, Tvam Brahma Purnam Amritam. Amritam is Prabhupada translating as never to be vanquished. Never to be vanquished. He is the Supreme Brahman, the Supreme Cause, the Supreme Controller. So, Ishvara Parama Krishna. The Lord is Supreme Cause, and he is from his form has nothing to do with the material modes of nature. He is a Amritam, he is Bigunam. Bigunam means is a Bigunam and Bisokam. He is mentioned as Bigunam means spiritually situated. He is free from the influence of the mode of nature. Because Krishna is telling Maya Adhakhyana Prakriti Svetasa Characharam. Prakriti in the 3/4 material nature. So they are acting under the supervision of the Supreme Lord. Who is the Prakriti Devi? The personal manifestation of the Prakriti is Durga Devi. Rama Sankta is telling Sushti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Sakti Reka. The Sushti, the creation, maintenance and annihilation, everything of this material world is in hand of Durga Devi. Durga Devi is a Sushti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Sakti Reka. Chayeva Jasya Bhuvanani Vivarti Durga. But still Durga Devi is not the Supreme. She is just a shadow of the Supreme Lord. So, Ichhanurupam api jasya chestatesa. Still she is acting under this Ichha, who is under the desire of, according to the desire of the Supreme Lord. She cannot be independent. Same thing Gita is telling Maya, Adhakhyana Prakriti Sruyeta Sacharacharam. So that's why Lord is completely independent. He is free from the effects of three modes of nature. There is a mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. Everyone in this material world is controlled by these 3 ropes of mode of the rope of goodness and passion and ignorance. The higher planetary systems, higher planets, the demigods or the sages, include up to Brahma Loka. There is Swarga Loka, Mahar Loka, Jana Loka, Tapa Loka, Siddha Loka, up to Brahma. They are considered in the mood of goodness. And in this planet, specifically in the Earth planet, the human beings, we are specifically in the mood of passion. And the lower planets, or in the lower species, and the animals, they are considered in the mood of ignorance. But Lord, in Vaikuntha Loka, even the Lord, who resides in the spiritual world, in Vaikuntha Loka, Not only Lord, all the residents of Vaikuntha, they are above the three modes of nature. That's why Krishna told to Arjuna, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna, Triguna Visaya Veda Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna. So the topics of this Veda is mostly on these three modes of nature. But you go and you reach above that. And Narottam Das Thakur used to say also, Jnana Kanda, who is following the Jnana Kanda, that is specifically in mode of goodness. People say, they practice Jnana, knowledge. Jnana Kanda, Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda. Those are performing Karma Kanda, they are the mode of passion. But all the ultimate results out of this Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda is just simply waste of time. One is to surrender to Krishna. If you want to surrender to Krishna, then you have to rise above the three modes of nature. You may bhakti starts from Sattva Guna, but ultimately you have to go, apart from devotional service, in pure devotional service, you have to go above the three modes of nature. That's why Krishna told in the concluding verses in 14th chapter Gita, he told the symptoms of the persons who are above three modes of nature. Arjuna asked, then Krishna explained. Tulya ninda stutir mauni santushtaha jena kenachit aniketaha stiramati. This is in a bhakti yoga, but they told, same things are told in 14th chapter in concluding verses, that mana apamanaya tulya mitra aripakhyayo sarvarambha parityagi gunatita sauchyate. Who is that person who is above the three modes of nature? Tulya ninda stuti. A person who is equiposed in both situations. Tulya ninda stuti. Someone is blaspheming him, criticizing him, chastising him, or someone is glorifying him, praising him. Both situations who is in not disturbed. Tulya ninda stuti. Mauni, who never do any prajalpa, not talk about Gramya Varta, na kahive, Gramya Varta, na sunive. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's recommendation. So, Mauni, santushta jana kenachit. He remains always satisfied. Whatever he received according to the God's or Krishna's arrangement, he is always satisfied. Santushtaha jena kenachit. Santushtaha satatang yogi. A yogi, a bhakti yogi, he always remains satisfied. He is only fully satisfied. So, aniketaha sthiramati. He is fixed in his devotional service. Aniketa, he did not consider about his residence, about wherever he traveled, wherever he, maybe one day in a 5-star building, another maybe underneath a tree. In both situations, he is not disturbed. Like this. So in this way, here Lord Shiva is telling, actually, Lord is Biguna. He is above the three modes of nature. And not only Lord, his devotees are also like that. And Vishwakam. Vishwakam means without lamentation. Lord never lament. He is always happy. You cannot see that Krishna is sometimes he is lamenting or something. He is always smiling face. You see the face of Krishna? Always smiling. Also his pure devotees also. Any condition, they never lament. One time in a Delhi temple they performed a drama about Prabhupada's his life, pastimes. So the one scene they saw in the drama that when Prabhupada's this factory in Lucknow, everything was just destroyed. So that time Prabhupada was little morose. Immediately the senior devotees were saying, they told, this scene is wrong. Prabhupada never lamented. He always smiling in whether he is in his most miserable condition, so-called miserable state, he left his home, everything, or whether he is in a topmost success in his life. All situations Prabhupada was very peaceful. He knows that Jadhang anugunyami harisye tadhanang Son, he was speaking this verse from Bhagavata and he was smiling within. How Krishna is taking everything. So in this way, a Lord is also like that. Gandhari was crying because she lost her 100 sons. And when she met Krishna, she told, "Oh Krishna, if you could wish, you could save my children. You are the cause of all causes. Because of you only I lost my son. So I am cursing that your sons, grandsons, they will also one day destroyed completely. The Jadu dynasty will be, and all the Jadus, they will die, like my sons also die." She cursed, but Krishna was smiling. That is good. Krishna also planning. No one is particular, not a living entity, particularly his son or everything. Aham bija pradapita. All the 84 lakh species, all the living entities are son of Krishna. Krishna for sometimes some pastime, to create some pastimes or some situation here, some people's act. His son, his relatives, all these things. But still Krishna is not affected. He is not attached to anything. So that's why Krishna never laments. He always happy. That he is Satchit Ananda Vigraha. So he told that he is Vishwakam Ananda Matram. He is a Ananda Matram, always in transcendental bliss. Lord is always in transcendental bliss. Everything, he is the cause of everything. Whatever is happening in this matter, everything due to him. So that's why he knowing the everything, past, present and future, he never bewildered. He is always in a blissful situation, transcendental bliss. Then the word is coming, abhikaram. Abhikaram is telling changeless. You cannot change his position. He is always the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You cannot change someone as, you cannot take someone, you remain Supreme Personality of Godhead for a long time now, someone may be, take your place, you may be subordinate to him. It's not like that. Krishna is always the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is always changeless. His form is also not changed. He is the same form. How is his form? How is form? He cannot change. We cannot change. He is always like Venu Kunantam Aravinda Dalayatakyam Barhavatam Samasitambuda Sundarangam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Visesa Sobham. Explained in Brahma Samhita. So he's like that. He's always. He may be, in material sense, we think someone has become 125 years. Then he become, become very old. His hairs will be white. Like in Christian, they thought that God was very old man. He is the earliest. He is Sanatana. Purana Purusa. He is the most ancient personality, so he must be very old. Not like that. Lord is always in his Utpul age. He like 14, 15 years, or almost 16 years boy. He was in Kurukshetra, sitting on Arjuna's chariot. That time he was above 100 years old. But still he was looking like a young boy, sitting. Lord never change his form or his position. He is Satchit Ananda Vigraha, Sachidananda Vigraha. Nava Jauvanancha. He always in his eternal form. So, you are changeless. Abhikaram, ananyat, separated from everything. Just like in beginning, Prabhupada quoted that verse, how Lord is separated from everything in his universal form. He is a maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina matsthani sarvabhutani na chaham tesu avasthita. By me, in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me and I am not in them. In one sense, Lord is telling, I am not, everything within me, but I am not in them. So in his unmanifested pastimes, it is connected with that. They separated from everything. But still, anyat, yet you are everything. He separated from everything, still everything emanates from him. He is also, in one sense, he is also everything. Everything is connected with Krishna. Without connection with Krishna, nothing can exist. Everything. Even this illusory energy, that is also one of the potency of the Supreme Lord. So, ultimately, we see that yet you are everything. Everything emanates from him. Without the supreme will of Krishna, nothing can happen. He told that even a speck of grass cannot be moved from one place to other place without the supreme desire of the Supreme Lord. So, in this way, he known as you are the everything. Then he told Vishwasya of the cosmic manifestation, you are the Hetu, Udaya and Sthiti. You are the Udaya means the beginning, Sthiti maintenance, and Samyamanam and all the So you are the cause of everything, the creation, maintenance and annihilation. So it told Vishwasya Hetur Udaya Sthiti Samyamanam. You are the cause of everything. Then finally, Atmeswarascha. He told you are Atmeswara. The supreme, the super soul giving directions to everyone. That is Atmeswaras. Sitting in everyone's heart. Iswara sarvabhutanam hruddese arjuna tisthati. Brahmayan sarvabhutani jantra rudhani mayaya. Because he is because of his supreme will, everything is going on. So he is acting as super soul, giving directions to everyone from within. He is sitting there. We have this body made of 5 elements. Above the body, this is gross things. There is senses. Above the senses there is mind. Above the mind there is intelligence, and above intelligence is the soul, and above soul is super soul, who is the ultimate controller. So, in this way you are Atmeswara, the super soul giving directions to everyone, and you are also Tat Upekhyataya. Everyone depends upon you, and Anapekhya, always fully independent. So Lord is fully independent. The first verse of Bhagavatam is told. It is told in first verse that he is Surat. He is fully independent. Prabhupada mentioned that in a concluding verse. This is the position of Nirasisha, or the freedom from expectations for results. A pure devotee continuously offers transcendental loving service to you, but you may nonetheless offer mercy to anyone without depending on his service. Just like yesterday, verse was Prabhupada described about Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He became a Vaishnava due to causeless mercy of the Supreme Lord. So, in this way, Krupa Siddha. Those who are aspiring for the success in bhakti, there are different types of peoples. Some are sadhana siddha, some are doing by thinking we may be successful by practicing sadhana bhakti. Some of them, they are Nitya Siddhas, like Srila Prabhupada and all Goswamis, they are Nitya Siddhas. They have nothing to do in this material world. Prabhupada used to say, not a single moment has passed in my life when I never remember Krishna. Nitya Siddha, he remember always Krishna. 24 hours he is in Krishna consciousness. And the sadhakas who are doing sadhana to come to that platform. But still, without the mercy of Supreme Lord or his pure devotees, one cannot achieve success. A sadhak cannot get success. That is called Krupa Siddhas. So we are also doing sadhana and also aspiring about special mercy from the Supreme Lord and his pure devotees. Hare Krishna. Time is over. So any question or comment? Yes, too. Yeah. Give mic.
Prabhupada said that we know that Prabhupada was at one point of time wanting to join this Gandhi movement. You said in your lecture that Prabhupada said that there was never a time when he was not developing Krishna.
Yes.
How to understand it?
Prabhupada was, and maybe he is outwardly just joining the Krishna community, but from his childhood, from very beginning, when he was playing, with whom he was playing? With the deity of Radha Krishna. And in school he was performing Jagannath chariot. His family was a Krishna conscious family. Maybe externally he was doing, but he was thinking that by making our state independent, then we will preach bhakti. After it will be helpful for preaching Krishna consciousness. But his Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur correct him, no, not depend upon all these external reasons. So that's it. But Prabhupada was always in Krishna consciousness. Whether in Gandhi's movement or he is a businessman, you cannot understand these things. How you can understand how Bhakti Vinod Thakur was a magistrate. He was doing so many things, but still he was always in Krishna consciousness. Antare nishtha bahe loko vyavahar. Outwardly you may do all these things, but internally your consciousness is always in lotus feet of Krishna. That is not possible for the ordinary living entities. It is for the Mahabhagavatas. For the Mahabhagavata, they can do everything, but still they are in Krishna consciousness. We are in a platform of, we are a conditioned soul. We cannot imitate that platform. We cannot understand their situation. We cannot understand the situation. They are beyond our imagination. Yes, your question.
I just see the last sentence of the purport.
Yes.
The last sentence of the purport of Prabhupada says that how Krishna is totally independent even on the service offered by a devotee, and can give his mercy to anyone, even without the service.
Yes.
Can you say something about it?
Yes. As I told concluding my lecture that how Lord Chaitanya gave mercy to whom? Sarvam Bhattacharya. Gopinath Acharya and all, he was a devotee. But Sarvam Bhattacharya was believing he is a young man. He wanted to teach him Mayavad. He was not performing stutis before. After he became then getting mercy, then he started praying. Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga. But before, he was not devotee. He was preaching Mayavad to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But still he saw him mercy. So, many times Krishna is independent, fully independent. He can give him mercy to anyone he likes. So that is, no one can claim that I am such a big devotee, why I will not get mercy. Asura sakala paila charana vinodo thakila basi. Bhaktivinoda Thakur told all the demons, they go and they delivered from the cycle of birth and death. And I am here devotee, but still I am here. I am still here, performing devotional service. Krishna is fully independent. Surat. He is a Surat. Abhigya Surat, he knows everything and he is also independent. No one can claim. Why? To Krishna. Those ask like that, they are demons. They fight, they complain. Why this? We are both the father of one father, Kashyapa Muni, the demons and demigods. Why the demigods become the ruler of heavenly planet? Why they enjoy the heavenly planet? Why we will be in? They disobey the authority of the Supreme Lord. Why will be in lower planet? They forcefully want to take the position of the demigods again and again, but not possible. So in this way, Krishna is fully independent. No one can ask about his authority. He is supreme personality of Godhead. Okay, any other question? Hare Krishna. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की